Working at the car wash for generations has been the ultimate side hustle. But in New York, one enterprising young woman has found it's not about car washing, but moving them or just sitting in them for hours. She calls it car sitting. Here's ABC's Danny New.
People are claiming that women are not good parallel parkers, but I'm incredible.
A few weeks ago, 29-year-old Sydney Charlotte made a career change.
I put good juju out there that there's a parking spot.
And it's taking over the New York City parking system by storm.
If you live in New York City and need to move your car for street sweeping,
It started with this TikTok video, immediately picking up hundreds of thousands of views.
I'll sit in your car for a fraction of the price of a parking ticket.
As she presented herself as a professional car sitter for hire. One commenter writing, "This is the ultimate side hustle."
He moves them from one side of the street to the other so you don't get a ticket.
What, are you paying for that?
Of course, there is a Seinfeld episode with a similar concept, but George Costanza did not have the benefit of social media.
I printed out flyers to hand them out to people, but I haven't even needed to do that.
In reality, Sydney moved here from the West Coast a few months after being laid off from her job and picked up on this sort of loophole herself. Now, all throughout the week, New Yorkers are paying Sydney to move their cars and sit in them during allotted street sweeping hours. And in her experience, police officers do not write you a ticket if you're present.
What do you say to the cop? You just smile and wave?
Yeah, he just smiles. Sometimes he doesn't even look at you. This morning I was like, good morning. He's like, good morning.
From there, Sydney will just sit in a stranger's car for hours. I thought that sounded boring at first, but then I remembered young millennials have a trick for quietly passing time, even with company.
Never mind.
Speaking of company, less than a month in, Sydney already wants to expand the business.
Oh, too small.
And next, hire more folks to join her army of professional Big Apple automobile occupiers. And so far,
I have more people sending me their resumes and asking if they can work for me than I almost do customers.
And for folks who do not have someone like Sydney, here is one alternative. This comes from our studio manager, Nick, who says he notices people sitting in their car for hours until the street sweeper comes, and then, as you see, immediately move their car back so they don't lose their precious spot. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.